Hey, hello everyone. I'm gonna do a little video on how to install a eBay bought DVD GPS head unit on a 2005 Toyota Highlander. I think some people, several of those guys already posted on how to remove the radio. So I'm not gonna repeat that part. I'm just gonna skip through it. And here you see my radio is already out. One thing I really want to emphasize, just as a reminder, is try to keep things from falling into this little hole here. You see, I accidentally dropped this little cover here. This is I think it's a seatbelt warning sign cover. It fell off, and out of all the places it can fall, had to go through here in the middle, and it's down here somewhere deep, and not gonna get it right now. Worry about it later. Alright, so next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to wire up the new unit. Actually, before I go on, there's one thing I couldn't figure out. On the original OEM radio, there's 3 harnesses hooked up to the unit. 2 of them here to the, I think this is on the driver's side. First one, second one, that is the power and speakers, and the middle one's not used. But this one here, it's hooked up to it, but I don't know what it's for. And when I disconnected it, the whole unit was working just as normal. There's nothing wrong with it. And I checked up online. I couldn't find any information what it is for. So if anybody knows, you can just post back. And all right, thank you. Alright, so now we're gonna hook up some wires. This is the old unit. This is the new unit. I have the face taped up for protection. I don't need to unwrap it until the last minute. And here are some wires. And this is the harness that goes in here. On the back side of this, there's like speakers, and you can see it looks like a lot of wires, but might be scary at the first place, but it's really not that bad. You know, if you think about it, you got 4 speakers, that's 8 wires already. And after that, you're gonna have the power, constant on, and accessory, and ground. That's another 3 wires. So, all right. So what we're gonna need to do is, on this end, the loose end, we're gonna have to connect it to a third-party harness, which can be bought from like Crutchfield or any of the stereo shop in your local area. Okay, so these are going to be hooked up together. One thing I want to point out is I first went to this is Pep Boys. I bought this wire harness. It says it's for GM, Kia, and Toyota, but it's a wrong part, so don't even waste your time on that. The new unit is, the user's manual is really not that good, especially on the installation part. There's really no installation manual. There's only a poorly written wiring diagram. So not much help on that. If you need some information, just check on YouTube or Google it. Okay, so we're going to have to connect all these. So these are pretty much color coded. All right, there are 2 harnesses that goes into the car. Oops, that's bad. That's bad. Gotta be careful. All right, so on the old unit, I want to point out is this is kind of like this one here. All right. Just male, female, and this one here is for this one. And on the car, there's one harness that's connected to this location here. Don't really know what that is, and I was thinking possibly that was for the steering wheel control, but I don't have that on my car. So anyway, when I unplugged it, the radio was playing as usual, so maybe it's just non-functional. We're trying to figure it out later. Alright. The way to connect all these, there are several ways. You can use the crimping tools, or you can use a twister with one of those twisting connectors, or soldering them together. I think I'm gonna solder them together. I just like that solid connection. Okay, I'm just gonna go off and doing that and come back show you that the results.